Hey DC Collectors, welcome to a brand new episode of the show. Today we're taking a look at the Mattel DC Universe Classics Sinestro Core Mongul. Now this is part of the subline Green Lantern Classics Wave 1. The Build-A-Figure for this was Articulation, and it is a very cool Build-A-Figure. Soon we will be able to build him for you on one of the videos. Before we get started with this video, if you will, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and please don't forget to share this content all over the interwebs. If you do, I will be so appreciative of it. Before we get into this review, like we always do, we want to look at the package before we break down the figure, so let's give you a quick look at the package. Front of the package just features this cool look, just gives you a nice look at the figure that you're getting, along with some of the cool Sinestro Core logos and all that, and the wave and which figure it is. Side of the box just gives you another nice look at it, along with this info down here that tells you which part of the Collect and Connect figure that you'll get, which is Articulo's right arm. Of course, the back of the box gives you all the coolest stuff. Now, this is what was so special about this DC Universe Classics line. You get a cool biography, cool statistics, including the first appearance of the character. This is all really cool, fun, nerdy stuff that DC Comics fans love. I wish that maybe McFarlane would go and incorporate some of this in his boxes too. That would be just awesome. And of course, you get a look at the other figures that were in this wave, including Kyle Rayner, Black Hand, Aben Sur, Manhunter, and of course we've already reviewed Low and Mash, which you can find a link to up here. And now we're taking a look at Mongul. Bottom of the box gives you the UPC and all the copyright stuff, just in case you needed it. Now that we've got the packaging out of the way, let's break this guy open and let's play with him. Here is Sinestro Core Mongul out of the package. First, we're going to take a look at the accessories. He comes with this Green Lantern mask, which we've reviewed several times before. This came out around the same time the Green Lantern movie was, so you know, just an extra promotional thing. It's a 3D mask. You go to greenlanterngame.com back in September of 2010, put this mask on and it helps you play the video game. Nothing really much. I hate this thing. It's just bull crap. Next up, he comes with Articulo's right arm, and you can see this guy's massive. Just compared to Mongul, you can see how much bigger the arm is. And you know, in my opinion, this is where some of this line failed. Mongul's supposed to be a super large figure similar to Articulo, but this guy was released in an earlier line that was kind of the precursor to the DC Universe Classics, which was called the DC Superheroes from Mattel. Different paint scheme, obviously. He was in like traditional Mongul colors, and I think instead of just remaking the mold, they said, hey, we got a decent one, why don't we would just re-release it in this line. Still a nice big figure, taller than your normal DC Universe Classics figure, but still not as big. I think he would have made a very nice Build-A-Figure himself. All right, so let's take a look at Mongul up close. You can see just a really nice figure. All of these figures had decent paint schemes on them, or paint applications. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Just check out that ring. That's just awesome. Just check out the way this ring was. Now, of course, if you look at it, there's some bleed over of the pink onto the ring, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Here, there's bleed over here on the black onto the pink, but that's about it. I'm not seeing anything else. I like the bright blue, the metallic blue that they used on him. I love metallic colors when you put them on action figures. I don't know what it is, but something about it just makes it look really cool. Makes the figure pop even more than probably what it should. And they did a great job on this. And you know, for all the people that complain or say that McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse figures are far superior to anything else, just looking at the paint, there's way more. There's different paint colors on here than McFarlane Toys would put on theirs. Like you get 4 or 5 different paint colors on a McFarlane Toys figure. Here you got silver, and they actually went and painted these little knobs here silver. You got this pink, this dark red, black, pink over here, yellow on the Sinestro Core ring. On his arms, they're this, you know, dark brownish skin tone color. Then you got just really cool paint lines on the silver right here. You got white on the teeth, red on the eyes. I mean, they just went above and beyond this thing. Now, look, this Sinestro Corps symbol, which looks to me like it's probably a sticker, was not put on well on this particular version that I have. It's sort of off to the side. It needs to be repositioned, but I'm not going to lift it because, yeah, that thing will not go back on if I do that. So he's staying just like that. Nice look at this figure. All right, so let's look at the articulation on him. He can move around pretty good. Look at there. He's got good range of motion. He's on a ball peg. You can probably go all the way around too if you want to. You can hear it squeaking, so it's pretty new. So his arms will go up about that high. That's it. All the way around. Bicep swivel. Hard though because he's got some big muscles and they hit his back a little bit. Just the one elbow bend here. Not much, but decent enough. Does he have any wrist articulation? Yes, his wrist will go around. That's it, just all the way around. He does have some ab crunch there. He can turn at the waist pretty good. Now, these little things on his belt are keeping him from turning all the way around, so you can't really turn him all the way around, but he's got decent mobility. Look at that. Pretty good there too. Again, these things, the belt's kind of keeping him from moving too much. Pretty good articulation there. Does have the knee bend and of course the ankle bend as well, and that's it for his articulation, but still really nice articulation for this figure. And again, this is the DC Universe Classics is simply my favorite DC Comics toy line ever created. McFarlane Toys is moving up. They're moving up the ranks. Now, what goes into picking my favorite line of toys is just the scale, the articulation, the depth of the character choices for that line, and by far DC Universe Classics hits all the right notes there. Superpowers was, and it's just a nostalgic thing, and this took over. McFarlane Toys, their DC Multiverse line is slowly creeping up, but it's got a ways to go before it hits any of the check marks that this one did. All right, so there you go. There is Sinestro Corps Mongul. If you like what I'm doing, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this content with all your friends. I sure would appreciate it. If you want to talk with me outside of the YouTube verse, check me out on social media at DCCollectors on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm always available. And check me out on DCCollectors.com each and every day. Until next time.